All right, this is the Village of Round Lake Beach Council meeting for the 21st of June, 2021 at 7 p.m. Clerk, can we call the roll, please?
Yes, trustee Ibarra.
Here.
Trustee Davis.
Here.
Trustee Stout.
Here.
Trustee Cleveland.
Here.
Trustee Husk.
Here.
Trustee Valdez.
Here.
Mr. President. Mayor Nichols.
Here, thank you.
So you're a mayor.
All right, can we stand for the pledge? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, thank you. First thing up tonight, approval of the council agenda. Are there any questions or changes to the agenda tonight? Hearing none, can I have a motion, please?
So moved.
Trustee Husk with a motion. Can I have a second?
Second.
Second by trustee Cleveland. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, motion carries. All right, we also have up the approval of the council meeting minutes. We're gonna hold off until next month for that. Do I need a motion for that? No, so we'll move on. Approval of the expenditures of $1,547,659.14. All of our trustees and myself have reviewed the expenditures. Director Howard Doe, can you give us a little background?
I shall. As has been said by the mayor, we've got $1,547,659.14 for the period May 14th to June 17th. The largest of those are those in excess of $100,000, as you can see. Amalgamated Bank of Chicago is $178,761.26. That's debt service and debt obligations outstanding, 2009, 10, 13, and 2016 A and B. Blue Cross Blue Shield, our healthcare insurance payment, the county public works, water and sewer usage for May and April, and our water usage, the $108,667.57, and then for March and April, all payments and Hamilton Associates professional engineering services. So those five items are about half of what the bill run is. The rest are ACH wire payments out there. You can see IMRF for $18,280.30. We had some various ACH payments. We had one return. We had a utility billing ACH that went through that we had to reverse, and we're working through that. So those are the largest ones. All the rest are in detail. If anybody has any questions, I can certainly answer those or listen to them for you.
Thank you. All right, as I said, we all reviewed the expenditures prior, spoke about them in meeting. Are there any questions or changes to the expenditures? Hearing none, can I have a motion and a second?
So moved.
So moved by trustee Cleveland,
Second.
second by trustee Stout. Clerk, can we call the roll?
Yes, trustee Ibarra. Trustee Stout.
Aye.
Trustee Husk.
Aye.
Trustee Valdez.
Aye.
Trustee Davis. Trustee Cleveland.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Motion carries. All right. Right now, we have no ratifications to talk about tonight. Any standing committee reports? Having no standing committee reports, I do have a couple items on my mayor's report. First off was supposed to be the 2021 Round Lake Area Queens. Do we have anyone here tonight? I believe you're with the blood drive? I am. All right. That doesn't look like the Queens have arrived yet today. We'll skip past that and maybe come back to them if they come in. So we'll move on to the local blood drive. If you want to come up, he can set you in motion.
All right, thanks, Ken.
Yeah.
Value of blood donations is so key, and truly it gives me a great honor to meet with you today, especially because I can tell you guys are busy, you have a lot on your agenda, and so I'll try to make
strong voice, right? Is this a little bit
That way
better?
it'll record.
Oh, thank you kindly. So our local blood drives do help bring in blood donations, and they do help our local communities. I think that's what everybody is all about, and the fact of helping out the communities, so you can be guaranteed that by having a blood drive with us, it is going to go back to our local communities. We service about 70-plus hospitals, and I'll get into that a little bit later. But what's really important is every 2 seconds, someone needs blood. My short time speaking with you today, 150 people will need blood by the time I leave. Every minute, about 3 gallons will support the entire nation's blood for their needs in general, so just 3 gallons. 4.5 million Americans would actually die without a blood transfusion. So we are always in need. I feel like I always cry wolf when I'm looking for blood donations, but it's something that is very important to us and our communities. So just to give you a little bit of insight, sometimes people don't recognize the need, especially if it hasn't happened in their family. I think it's those individuals that really know when blood is needed. But to give you a little bit of insight, every surgery, whether you need blood or not, would need 2 units of blood, just as an side to have on site, so to speak, to help them out in case they need of an emergency. Cancer victims overall could use 8 units of blood every month. A gunshot victim or a motor vehicle accident individual could use up to 50 units of blood, and even a liver transplant patient could use up to 100 units of blood. Again, this is all for just one person. So I think you can see we're in need of blood for all situations, especially now that everyone's kind of like played hooky with COVID, and now they're back to normal, so to speak, or hopefully so. We have more people out and about, so there's more accidents. The elective surgeries have also increased. Again, the need for blood. So basically 5% actually donate, 5 to 8%, but the sad number is there's 38% of the population, US population, that can donate. And of that 38, only 5% do. So when we have new blood drives like this allows us the opportunity for first-time donors and the opportunity to help raise that donor pool overall. As I mentioned, Versity services about 70-plus hospitals in the Chicagoland area, and that includes all our veterans hospitals. What I like to show about this is everything up until this point has been numbers, right? And numbers can be factual, it could be important, but this next couple slides start to provide faces with names. So again, we're helping out our veterans. Anyone that goes to a Chicagoland Veterans Hospital and is in need of blood will be able to basically have their life saved because one of our blood donors helped to donate blood. In addition to that, we have 3 individuals. When we say you donate blood, you save up to 3 lives. Again, that's a number, but here's 3 people just in our community whose lives were saved because of blood donations. In addition to that, this gentleman, Cass, loves when I go to presentation because his story gets out there. He actually couldn't produce blood, so almost every week he would need a blood transfusion. He has since received a transplant, so he's doing very well, but he is so appreciative of our community members because without it, he literally wouldn't be here. Basically, blood drives, for those of you who have not been participants, it's a 4-step process. There's registration. People enter in their donor information to make sure that they're eligible. They go through a mini screening. They also obviously donate blood, which only takes about 5 to 8 minutes. And then they refresh and relax through some snacks that we provide. This whole process basically could take up an hour, and a lot of people's time is very valuable, but in an hour they can save up to 3 lives. In addition to that, this is the blood drive that we are having here at the Civic Center. It's going to be Wednesday, June 23rd, so coming up. I saw it on the marquee, so great job as far as getting awareness out. It's from 11:30 to 4:30. The community blood drive is really essential because it provides the fact that, one, we're hosting a blood drive. There's donors out there who do want to donate. They just need a place to do so, and you are providing that opportunity for them. In addition to that, you are bringing awareness to the blood drive through social media, through the marquee, but my goal here today is hopefully that you're also going to be doing it word of mouth. Family, friends, neighbors, The more people that we can get at the blood drive, obviously more lives will be saved. And obviously, a public drive that we're doing on a regular basis here is really essential because a lot of times people will go to the Crystal Lake Center, which is the closest center, but if they have a blood drive in their area, potentially they might have better means to go and help donate blood and save lives. So in general, you can go through social media as we spoke, bring a friend. There's so many different things that you can help out, and it's so very important. Just this Monday alone, we actually went on to an emergency appeal. And legally, we can't even utilize that verbiage unless one thing, and that's dealing with supply. You have to have basically a 3-day supply in case of an emergency that happens to be available for the community. And emergency appeal happens when there's only a 1-day supply on some of those blood types. To give you an example, when the Aurora shooting happened, we actually provided 80 units of blood to those victims that went to the hospitals in the area, helped to save their lives. When someone donates today, that doesn't mean that we can give them blood today. It goes through a whole process, 15 different tests, labs, separation. So the blood needs to be in a 3-day supply to help them out. Without that blood on the shelves, potentially those victims could have not survived. I have one individual that does a in honor blood drive. They had traveled overseas and on a cruise ship, and her husband got into an accident, and she has a blood drive every year in his memory because he needed blood and they didn't have any blood, and he ended up passing away. So it is a real concern. Obviously, emergency appeal means a lot. Anybody that we can get at the blood drives coming up on Wednesday not only will help to save lives, but will also help our local inventories. So overall, I just wanted to, like I said, be brief in my conversation with you, but hopefully educate you in a way that potentially by leaving today, you might know a little bit more information than you did before I came in, and that possibly you can pass that on to somebody else and get someone at the blood drives. So thank you very much. We're grateful to be here, to be able to deal with the fact that we can say thank you to you and everyone else of getting the blood drive and hopefully getting donors at our blood drive overall. Anyone have any questions? Hopefully I've answered so many that you don't have one, but in case you do.
Registration is all online, correct? They can do it in advance?
Yep, you can go online, they can contact me directly. They can actually download a Versity donor app. There's a different means they can go through. I actually have a sign-up sheet with me today if you want to take it and pass it around. We actually have about 12 donors, 11, 12 donors already signed up, which is exciting. An average drive that's successful, sadly, is only 20 donors. So if we can go even beyond that, obviously, we would surpass the great need. So I will leave the handout with you, should anyone choose to sign up. On there is my phone number as well, and please give me a call. Thank
Mayor-
you so much.
Mayor and Board, if I could mention this, so back in May 12th at Mission Barbecue, the command staff, the police department command staff, went and donated at Mission Barbecue. And I was just checking right now, so I'm logged in for July 28th. Because once you're in, it's very simple to reschedule.
We did the Mission
But there's a minimum
Barbecue.
time, because I tried to do this one, but it says I can't do it until
Every
July
8
7th.
weeks. It's, as much as we would like for you to donate, we obviously need you to have your own blood, but basically every 56 days.
And they were awesome. It was excellent. They were fantastic. We were in the bus. It was good.
I'm so glad to hear that. Well, we'll be inside, which will be a little bit better on social distancing. People will be able to go station to station, making it a little bit more smoother donor flow. So thank you for adding that information as well. I appreciate your time today, and please.
You've had a transfusion of blood. Are you still eligible?
It depends. For the most part, you can. We had, but it's after a certain period of time. Should you choose and you're at the Civic Center, you're welcome to check with our team, and they can check for you and let you know.
Back, I had to have 5.5 pints of blood put back into me.
Perfect example.
Yeah.
Love it. Congratulations.
Thank
Glad
you.
to see you here.
Thank you very much for coming, for all the
Thank
great
you.
information.
Appreciate
We're glad
it.
to have you at our Civic Center. Hope that it becomes a
Yeah.
great event for you.
I hope so too.
Yeah.
Well, thanks to you guys. Appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. All right, moving on from the local blood drive. Since the Queens aren't here, I'll go on to one more thing from the mayor's report. Just giving a update for our 4th of July fireworks display sponsored by Myers and the Round Lake Area Park District and ourselves. We will be celebrating on the 3rd of July, Saturday evening. We'll be starting the whole festivities at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. We'll have 5 to 6 food trucks and local craft beer from Black Lung Brewery. And Pro Bev, are one of our vendors, will also be doing the traditional beverages. The first band starting at 3 o'clock will be Rough Cut. Second will be Megan Lick and Jim Sewell. Our opening act for the evening will be Bad Medicine at 6:15, and then Fast Times 80s music at 7:40 to approximately 9:10 when the fireworks start, and then a 20 to 30 minute set after the fireworks. So we hope we see you all out there. It's always a great event. It's always a busy event, but I know everyone's looking for something extra to do. We've been stuck in for quite some time, so I hope we see you out at 3 o'clock in the afternoon and enjoy some live music and festivities. So we'll go on now. Clerk, do we have a report from you?
No report, Mr. Mayor.
All right, thank you. We'll go on to council business item A. A resolution approving the second addendum to services agreement with Jeff Ellis Management LLC. Scott Puma.
Yes, sir. This is an agreement. Jeff Ellis is impacted by the kind of Chicago area shortage of lifeguards because classes weren't offered during the pandemic. So there's a true shortage of lifeguards throughout the Chicago area. This amends the contract and changes the service time and reduces the amount that the village is obligated to pay. You are keeping your beach open, which is fantastic, as several others have been closed due to no lifeguards.
All right. If I could then, I'd like to get a motion to approve the second addendum to services agreement. More or less, it's a reduction in fees because of the reduction in services they're able to offer. Can I have a motion and a second, please? Motion by trustee Ibarra. Second by trustee Davis. Clerk, can we call the roll?
Yes. Trustee Stout. Aye. Trustee Husk.
Aye.
Trustee Valdez.
Aye.
Trustee Davis. Trustee Cleveland.
Aye.
Trustee Ibarra. Motion carries.
Motion carries. Council item B, resolution approving the purchase of body worn cameras, our second round, in the amount of $19,620. Chief Rivera?
Thank you, Mayor. This is just a continuing purchase in the program to get our officers outfitted, to get the entire department outfitted with body cameras. And again, this is just a second step in what we had already planned moving forward.
All right, thank you, Chief. And how many do we have right now on the streets?
Right now, we have 12 on the streets, so this will bring it so that the entire patrol unit has body cameras and does not have to share. The life of the cameras, battery life is about 10 hours, depending on how much usage they get. So it becomes very difficult as we're moving from shift to shift. So really the ideal process or program is to have an individual officer be issued an individual camera with a couple extra. So that's what we're going for, and this brings us that much closer.
Perfect, thank you very much. Can I have a motion, please?
move.
Second.
All right, we have a trustee Valdez with the motion, second by trustee Husk. Clerk, can we have the roll?
Yes. Trustee Davis. Trustee Cleveland.
Aye.
Trustee Ibarra. Trustee Stout. Aye. Trustee Husk.
Aye.
Trustee Valdez.
Aye.
All right, motion carries. And on to item C, business item C, interim village administrator Bill Walling. You're going to be discussing the resolution authorizing and approving for certain expenditures of supplies and services for fiscal year 2022.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Yes, the recommendation of the Public Works Director, which I concur, is to award purchase authorizations for the redundant supplies that we utilize regularly through the course of our work. Much of it is in cement work for curb, gutter, and sidewalks, but also in operating supplies, water distribution, building repairs, contractual services, and janitorial supplies. The recommendation was tendered in the agenda, which was distributed, and I would recommend the approval of this resolution as presented.
All right. Authorizing the approval for certain expenditures and supplies for the fiscal year 2022. Can I have a motion? So moved by trustee Cleveland, a second?
Second.
Second by trustee Stout. Clerk, can we call the roll?
Yes, trustee Ibarra. Aye. Trustee Stout.
Aye.
Trustee Husk.
Aye.
Trustee Valdez.
Aye.
Trustee Davis. Aye. Trustee Cleveland. Aye. Motion carries.
Ayes have it. Business item D. Resolution authorizing and approving award of contract extension agreement to Schroeder and Schroeder in an amount not to exceed $50,000. Administrator Bill Balling, please.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Mayor. This is a continuation of a multi-year contract with Schroeder and Schroeder, which was the lowest bidder in 2019, and provides us the opportunity to take care of additional flat work in curbs, gutters, and sidewalks. We recommend approval in the amount of $50,000.
All right. Authorizing that $50,000 with Schroeder and Schroeder. Can I have a motion, please? Motion by trustee Ibarra. A second by trustee Davis. Clerk, can we call that roll?
Yes, sir. Trustee Stout.
Aye.
Trustee Husk.
Aye.
Trustee Valdez.
Aye.
Trustee Davis. Trustee Cleveland.
Aye.
Trustee Ibarra. Motion carries, sir.
Motion carries. Ayes have that. Council business item E. Resolution accepting a grant from the Illinois Housing Development Authority's Abandoned Residential Property Municipal Relief Program. Staff Planner Kate Portillo.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. This is the third time the village has received the Illinois Housing and Development Association's grant for abandoned properties, and this is a reimbursement grant where money is spent by the village in demolishing blight homes can be reimbursed, and this is simply the formality of accepting that grant in order to secure that funding.
It's a formality we'll greatly take. Thank you very much. Resolution accepting the grant from the Illinois Housing Development Authorities for the Abandoned Residential Property Municipal Relief Program. We've taken advantage of it in the past. I'd like to get this passed again. Can I have a motion?
So moved.
So
Second.
moved by trustee Husk, second by trustee Valdez. Clerk, can we call the roll?
Yes, trustee Valdez.
Aye.
Trustee Davis. Trustee Cleveland.
Aye.
Trustee Ibarra. Trustee Stout.
Aye.
Trustee Husk.
Aye.
Ayes have that. Motion carries. Council business item F. An ordinance amending section 3-2-8 of the village code regarding the number of class I and J liquor licenses. Village Attorney Scott Puma.
And the village code provides that when a business goes out of business or changes its percentage of sales relative to video gaming, that it would change between different categories. In this case, we're looking to revise the number of Class I down by one, right? Oh, increase I by one and decrease J by one. Increase and decrease, right?
Thank you very much. Can I have a motion amending the section 3-2-8 of the village code regarding the number of class I and J liquor licenses? So moved by trustee Stout. Second?
Second.
Second by trustee Cleveland. And clerk, can we call the roll?
Yes. Trustee Husk.
Aye.
Trustee Valdez.
Aye.
Trustee Davis. Trustee Cleveland.
Aye.
Trustee Ibarra. Trustee Stout. Motion carries, sir.
Motion carries. The ayes have that. Item G, the ordinance amending the intergovernmental agreement establishing the Solid Waste Agency of Lake County, Illinois. Administrator Bill Walling.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. We are members of the Solid Waste Agency of Lake County, and they have established within their rules that members of the Board of Directors must be mayors or village presidents. The agency has received a request to modify that for one alternate director to be a immediately prior mayor or president, and this action would allow that appointment to be made on a continuing basis for a former mayor or president. We recommend its approval.
All right. The ordinance amending the intergovernmental agreement establishing Solid Waste Agency of Lake County, Illinois. Can I have a motion, please? So moved by trustee Cleveland. Second? Second by trustee Davis. Clerk, can we call that roll?
Yes, trustee Ibarra. Trustee Stout. Trustee Husk.
Aye.
Trustee Valdez.
Aye.
Trustee Davis. Trustee Cleveland.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Ayes have that as well. We are at the moment of time now for open to public participation. If we have anyone that would like to step up to the podium and comment. Doesn't look like we're going to have the Round Lake Area Queens in tonight, so we'll hopefully have them visiting soon. Since we have no one else for public participation, we do not have executive session tonight for probable pending litigation or land acquisition, executive session minutes or personnel. We have no actions on the executive session items. And can I have a motion to adjourn? So moved by trustee Stout. Second?
Second.
Second by trustee Cleveland. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, ayes have it. We'll be finished at 7:27. Thank you very much.
That's one good meeting.
Yeah.